Hello, this is a quick video overview of the task you need to complete for week 3. As always, I would highly encourage you to go up to week 3 and to click on the weekly checklist. And when you look at the weekly checklist, it's going to let you know all the tasks that you need to complete and also the optional task as well. Now, let me go back to our main screen to the modules. Now, you're going to notice, as I mentioned on the announcement, you have two main tasks this week. First, I want you to review over the parts of speech. And secondly, I want you to review over the different types of sentences. After you review over that information, you're going to take a grammar quiz 1, and this will be the first of our grammar quizzes in our grammar lessons. Now, I did want to show you some things I think will help you with the grammar quiz. Now, the first thing I would highly encourage you to do is I have two separate handouts. I'm just going to click on the parts of speech one first. And you can download this and print it out or have it saved to your tablet or your smartphone. Please print this out because it does have basic information about different parts of speech like nouns, pronouns, which can act as subjects, verbs, predicates, prepositions, adjectives, adverbs, conjunctions, just a few of those parts of speech we're going to mention. So please download that. Secondly, you want to download the next handout. And let me go back to week 3. Sorry, I know we have to scroll through those. I apologize. That's the way Canvas is set up. And you are going to click on the 4 sentence forms. And when you click on this one, it's going to be a handout that overviews like the different types of sentences, like simple, compound, complex, compound, complex. And it overviews them and also explains how you create those types of sentences, how they're structured. Now, also, the major thing you need to listen to after you print out those 2 handouts or you have them saved to your tablet or to your smartphone is I want you to listen to the audio lesson. Just like you had audio lessons last week, you're going to download these. It's, basically on the parts of speech and also the 4 sentence forms. Give it just a second. It's going to take a moment to download. And as I mentioned with the other ones, when you download those, okay, you need to put them in the slideshow format. And I'm going to give you the same lecture I'm giving my students in my lecture-based classes here on campus. Just click here. And again, as I mentioned, you need to make sure to have the volume turned up really high or have your headphones on so you can listen. And you'll go through and you'll listen to each section of the grammar review. Now, again, the grammar review is essentially going to overview, you'll notice subjects and verbs, also prepositional phrases, adjectives, adverbs. It is going to go over some sentences where you kind of have to pick out like the subjects and verbs. And after you overview the audio lesson, I have some other videos for you as well. Now, I didn't make these videos. There's a really great website, Khan Academy, and there's some really good resources there. So you're going to notice I have several videos like Introduction to Grammar, Subjects and Predicates, Introduction to Nouns, what's a pronoun, prepositional phrases, adjectives, adverbs. Those are really good videos Khan Academy also created that overview it. So if you didn't really maybe get much or as much from my lecture, if you feel like you need more, those are some other resources for you. Now, after you overview, again, the slideshow, also you watch those videos from Khan Academy, you may want to kind of take this self-test. You're going to notice you click on the advanced parts of speech quiz, click here. Click there, and you're going to be given this quiz. Now, you're going to notice the quiz is just essentially a series of sentences, and you'll read the first one. It's unfortunately they haven't been paying on time. And then there is a word recently, which is in hyphens. And you're going to notice there's several words in each of these that has a word in hyphens. It's asking you the word that's in a hyphen, what would that word be? So the word recently, if you watch those lessons, and also the videos, you're probably going to know that recently in this particular sentence is acting as an adverb. So you can select that. If you get it right, it says correct. If you get it wrong, it's going to tell you why. And you can do that all the way down through all of these different sentences. I believe there's 20. So you can do those. It's just this is just a practice test to self-test yourself. Again, you don't have to do this, but I would maybe do it just to refresh your memory. Okay, and let me go back to our modules page. And we'll scroll down to week 3 again. Okay, and I would also encourage you, there's a little worksheet that's right here, the 8 parts of speech assessment. I'm hoping after you watch the, the video lesson and also all the Khan Academy videos, you can just easily go through and pick out, like, what's the preposition in number 1? It's around, okay? And then on the next page, it's asking you to say what the part of speech is. Like, what would concert be in this particular sentence? In this case, it's noun, okay? I just want you to be able to recognize that pretty easily because that's what you're going to be doing later for your grammar quiz, your first one. So kind of use these as a practice run to refresh your memory and just to ensure that after you view the slideshow, watch the videos, that you can easily pick out those parts of speech. Because the reason you need to pick out the parts of speech is because it's going to help you avoid fragments, incomplete sentences, and also it's going to help you ensure that you have good sentence structure. All right, and let me scroll down. And you're going to notice there are some other sections on the different sentence types. I overview the sentence types in the slideshow that I've provided, the one that you click the speaker and listen to my lecture, but there's also some other things as well. There are some Khan Academy videos. There's also another self-test here, similar to the other one. If you click on that, and you'll click on the link, okay? Again, it's going to ask you what type of sentence this is. If you watch the videos and slideshow, this should be pretty easy. Pauline and Bruno have a big argument every summer over where they should spend their summer vacation, okay? Now, this where should be a little bit of an indicator that this is a complex sentence. So we're going to click it. And you're going to go through. Now, this one doesn't tell you automatically if you got it wrong. You have to answer all of these. And then when you finish, it's going to overview it. And there's other things here, like on sentence types. If you want to click it, you can. And also you can click here as well if you want to find other notes on that. Okay, let me go back. And I did want to show you just a few other small resources if you want them. Now, I told you about the handout, but you have this small little bubble map. Some of you are visual learners. You may want to print this out. Now, I don't have a color ink printer. Unfortunately, I can't print this out in color, but you may have a color ink printer. So you can just have this as more of a visual of the different parts of speech, and this may help you with the quiz. Now, I did want to get to the quiz to ensure you understand how to complete that. Now, you probably have a to-do list up here and it has the quiz 1, but if for some reason you don't, just scroll down. Again, it's under week 3 and it's underneath module 1 and you're going to see the grammar quiz 1. You'll click on it, okay, and take the quiz. And just know that when you begin, you can't stop. Now you have 3 attempts on this one, and you don't have to take the attempts all at once. You have 60 minutes per attempt. So you could take maybe the quiz tomorrow after you view all the lessons and everything, and maybe take it later on Wednesday, and then maybe take it later again on Friday. Now the highest grade is going to be the one that's put in the grade book. So you'll do begin, and give it just a moment. I would not do this on your smartphones because I have heard students saying that the quiz malfunctions sometimes. So do this on your laptop or desktop, please, okay? And you're going to notice this. Read the following sentence and select the sentence's subject, okay? So Dr. Carter held a seminar on exercise at the medical center. So you are going to select in this particular sentence the word that you think is the subject of the sentence. So is it Dr. Carter? If you think it's Dr. Carter, click this. If it's held, click that bullet. If it's seminar, click this one. If it's center, click this one. And then you're going to click next. Now you cannot go back to re-answer a question. You have to do it consecutively. So you'll answer a question, go to the next one. Answer a question, go to the next one. And we'll do that until the next one. And you'll see how many questions. Notice in this one there's 20 questions. And you do need to do those in order. Okay, and when you finish, you're going to do the last one and it's going to submit it. Now, if you're not happy with your grade, you can come back and do it 2 more times. Okay, but again, just make sure that you submit it. Okay, and I'm going to go back. Okay, so just make sure, again, that you absolutely, the 2 mandatory tasks this week is review over the parts of speech, also review over the 4 sentence types, look over the slideshow that I've given you, also the Khan Academy videos, maybe take those self-tests just to practice. I do have some other resources I mentioned that are optional. You don't have to view these, of course, but you're going to notice I have like some other little grammar self-tests. These you can just do on your own if you'd like throughout the semester. And then also, if you're kind of old school and nostalgic, I have some Schoolhouse Rock videos. Please let me know if any of these are taken down. Sometimes they are, and I have to find like a new version of it. And as you saw probably last week, you have an optional social forum. I want y'all to kind of connect with each other. This is just an online discussion forum that I do not get involved in. Okay, this is just purely for you to socialize and to talk to each other. So hopefully you have found that helpful. As always, if you have any questions about any of our tasks this week, please contact me and I will be more than happy to answer those. Y'all have a wonderful week 3, and I will see you next week as well. Thanks.